Imagine having the life drained out of you, never wanting to get out of bed or do the things you once loved to do. According to healthpedia.info, copyright 2017, an article published by Mike Holland says that depression is a real illness and it can strike anyone at any time. Depression can be a devastating illness that can happen to anyone and is not something that is easily fixed. I ask you to listen in as I discuss the symptoms, the treatments, and the coping methods for depression. There are many symptoms of depression, anywhere from a loss of concentration all the way to a loss of interest in activities. The smaller symptoms of depression, according to healthpedia.info, copyright 2017, an article published by Mike Holland, says the inability to concentrate can be a predecessor of depression. This inability to concentrate can include forgetting special occasions like birthdays and anniversaries. According to psychologytoday.com, copyright 2016, an article published by Susan Krauss Whitborn says that depression can have a very negative effect on our interpersonal relationships. If you are chronically depressed, the people around you might often develop negative outlooks on you in our closest relationships. People with depression often see the dark side in situations that their loved ones are in, and this action can result in arguments and negative conflicts. The larger symptoms of depression, according to healthpedia.info, copyright 2017, an article published by Mike Holland, says that depression can be losing interest in activities you once loved. Like if you are an avid runner or hiker and you suddenly lose interest in your hobby, this would be an example of this. In a sense, the life you once loved is totally rearranged, totally changed. According to caps.ucsc.edu, a study said that depression can cause all sorts of problems throughout your life. There are many types of therapy treatments for depression. According to verywellmind.com, copyright 2019, an article published by Nancy Schimmelpfennig says that there are types of psychotherapy that are effective for depression. All of these psychotherapies are therapies that are most of the time involve sessions that involve help based on the patient's needs. Types of these therapies are family or couple therapies. It may be considered when the patient's depression affects others that are involved, like brothers, sisters, moms, dads. Hospitalization is necessary if the patient becomes a danger to himself or others. An example of this is a person who is seriously considering suicide. This treatment works when medication and brain stimulation are other types of this. According to NAMI.org, copyright 2017, an article by National Alliance on Mental Illness says that a variety of medications can help with depression. There's a long list of antidepressants. These antidepressants, although they can take up to 4 weeks to start having an effect, they can have a great impact on the person involved. If medication isn't doing the trick, brain stimulation can also be a method to change this or to help this depression. These brain therapies use magnets and electricity that stimulate the brain. A variety of coping methods can be used to help small variations of depression. Try to reach out and stay connected as much as you can. According to helpguide.org, copyright 2018, an article published by Melinda Smith, Lawrence Robinson, and Jan Siegel says staying connected and getting support makes all the difference in defeating depression. Getting support plays a huge role in overcoming depression. The effort required to overcome depression on your own is very hard to manage or take in. Being connected through social activities and seeking help in a state of weakness will make the world of a difference. Do things that make you feel good. To overcome depression, you have to do things that can relax you and also energize you. You got to push yourself to do things that you won't normally do. After doing these things, your depression might start to clear up. It might not immediately clear up, but over time it will. Another thing that you can get out of is expressing emotions and different hobbies with your friends, like taking trips or going on hikes. Overall, I've discussed 3 main points that are involved in depression, and I can say there are many symptoms that that are associated with depression. These symptoms can turn into major effects of depression. The treatments can range anywhere from therapy sessions to medications, even as far as brain stimulation. Although there are many treatments, the simplest and sometimes most effective are various coping methods. Depression isn't something to look past. It's an illness that can affect anyone. And depression, it is a tough illness to get past, but anyone can overcome it if you have the right mindset. Are there any questions?
Do you know somebody that has ever had depression?
I've had a classmate that has had depression. His depression, it affected others around him during class, during daily activities like practice, sports. He really had no self-confidence, and it kind of brought the whole morale of the group he was in, it brought that whole thing down. And it was really just a negative thing all the time, and it kind of just destroyed everyone's confidence around him. Like when he was in a team activity or like game situations, it kind of hurt us as a whole. And he also got some help during that, and I think he's slowly getting better. Any more questions?
Yes, I have a question. What do you mean when you say that depression can have a negative effect on our interpersonal relationships?
Our interpersonal relationship is an association between 2 or more people in the relationship between the 2. And how it can affect our interpersonal relationship is if the people are chronically depressed and being down all the time, constantly being around these people who are depressed and have negative impacts with their people who they have relationships with, it kind of makes these people not want to be around the people with depression. It kind of affects the relationship in that way and kind of destroys the relationship over time. Any more questions? Thank you.